Onika here, and I know it's been a long time, but we just went to go see This Is Christmas. So this is one of our, I guess, late night screenings of it, and we're going to tell you what we thought about this movie. Like I said, I know it's been a very long time. I just started school again, so I haven't had time to really upload anything. But coming January 2017, things will be up. So bear with me. Those 13 followers that I have, I appreciate you and I love you and you are my day ones. So coming to you live from Onika's kitchen, clearly, this is a midnight screening reaction of This Christmas? Yeah, This Christmas. And today we have a special little guest with us, Cornelius Halls, who went to go see this movie with me. And you know what? I'm gonna let Corn go first because I'm already talking too much. So Corn, what did you think about This Christmas? We did have drinks, but that didn't cloud our judgment.
I'm currently inebriated. Alright, so I thought it was okay. It was definitely one of those holiday movies. You were saying it's one of those ensembles where they have a bunch of actors, and yeah, there was a bunch of noteworthy actors, and they were each into this cookie cutter role, cookie cutter character. You have the one daughter who's she's, I don't know, I guess she's the loser compared to the rest. She's working few jobs, she's a single parent. You have the one who's the very successful daughter who's she's married, but the marriage is clearly not that great.
Yeah.
You have the other young kid who's successful, but he's so full of himself. He's got that big ass ego or whatever, and he's on drugs. Spoiler alert.
This is spoil free. This is spoil free. At least my critiques will be spoil free. Corn's won't be. So if you're watching this,
oh my god,
and you want no spoilers, just go over his parts and go to mine. I don't know. Okay.
But yeah, it was definitely that. And don't get me wrong, because watching, I was just pointing at, I'm okay, this. I'm alright. And there's something that happens. It was alright, yeah. I sort of saw that coming or whatever, because you can kind of see with some things that happen as well. That's gonna show up later in the film. I definitely caught myself doing that, but I will say Monique was in there, and I liked her. I liked her character. She's definitely a character who was you could what's the word, quote a lot. She's very quotable in this movie. She's funny. I always like her.
Okay.
There was one part where Dan Glover said, "I'm getting too old for this shit." Okay, but yeah, I thought it was okay. That's pretty much it. I thought it was okay. Yeah, because it had lots of laughs, moments where it was very funny, and that's all. That's all. It was okay. It was yeah, that's all.
Okay.
What about you?
All right, I'm gonna speak louder because I don't know. I'm gonna pull the camera just a little bit closer because Corn speaks very low.
Oh, is that supposed to be?
Not you don't have to be but a little bit. We're not wearing mics, but whatever. Okay, fine. Okay. So my reaction to this film, I want to start off by saying a lot of stuff. Whenever every holiday, whether it's Christmas, Halloween, New Year's, fucking St. Patty's Day, there's always an ensemble cast that come together for this holiday, and it's usually this same storyline. There's, like you said, it's a stereotypical the daughter who she's a divorcee and she's kind of resilient or hesitant to start dating again, or you have the one daughter who's successful but her marriage is crumbling, or so these are stereotypical tropes that we see a lot in holiday movies for whatever reason. I don't know if it dates back to Miracle on 34th Street or what's the one movie that one Christmas movie, A Wonderful Life type of stuff, where you get these stereotypical people and you see them kind of go through their day. So when I first saw the commercials for this, well, trailers, especially on YouTube, they really put Monique in the forefront of this movie. Yeah, you definitely go back and watch trailers of this movie before you go and see the movie, because Monique in the trailers, you think it's gonna be like the main star. She's gonna be the joker of the funny girl of the whole movie. And to me, she actually wasn't. She played a very subdued kind of supporting role versus the trailers. Like, I'm telling you, you see the trailers, you think Monique's gonna be running this whole film. You watch the film and she's pretty like chill. She's pretty chill.
So they did to her what they did to Jared Leto in Suicide Squad.
I guess so. Like, you thought this movie was going to have Jared Leto in it. No, it doesn't.
I didn't see any trailers for this. I went in like completely blind.
I've seen trailers, and I can say, a bias of mine, movies like this always strike me as a Tyler Perry syndrome, where it's a good movie to a certain degree. I'm gonna try not to go on like a liberal socialist rant, especially for as a black female watching an all black cast and what a black Christmas looks like. That's where it fails for me. Like, even that little dance scene, I get why it's there to show like, oh, this is their one moment where they're really happy and there's no arguments, which is like,
I thought we weren't spoiling it.
How? Okay, that's not spoiling though. Like, how many black films have you seen where there's like that one dance sequence for what reason? Like, that's
like
where
every black movie.
Thank you. Every black. It's like that's where the movie goes wrong for me. It's like, you were doing so great, film. You were being an actual film and you were being actual characters portraying actual emotions, and then you went off into like this Disneyland tangent where, wait, a musical number because we're black.
Yeah,
Come on.
They just played like some hit songs. But like that one, I felt like it wasn't like out of place. It made sense because they were just like a family having fun, and like honestly, that's what my family does when we like have our like
Your black family breaks out into the electric slide.
No, but like
that's my jam.
But like we'll play music and like some family members will start dancing. That's just what we do. And like not everybody
confirm this.
No, like it's something that happens. Maybe not in every family, but like when like certain family functions, we'll play music, and then one person will start dancing and like, oh, that's my jam. This is my song. Like, like that's what. Come on, that doesn't happen.
You're a stereotypical black man, right?
Anyway, but I'm going back to what you were saying, like about the. I wanted to say when you were bringing up Tyler Perry. It's funny because I just thought about these characters again. It's like you just took like different main characters from different like stereotypical, not even just black movies, but like just black movies, and you just took a bunch of like the main characters and you like put them in like you like connected like a whole bunch of movies and you put them in like this one movie. Mm-hmm. Like it's like, oh, this is the one main character from like Why Did I Get Married, and this is the main character from like For Color Girls, or this is the main character from that other movie.
It's almost as if all these black films live in like a black universe.
Yeah.
Like, because like the one scene, even though this is not spoilers,
no, that's
a Love and Basketball star is in this movie.
Oh, come on.
And it felt very discount Love and Basketball for like 5 seconds. Okay.
The funny thing,
was like, oh.
The funny thing about that, because when that one part happened, I'm like, who the hell? This just. Okay, because there's a time that has gone by since certain two characters have like seen each other or something like that, and I'm like, come on, it's been 20 years. Who holds? Come on, life moves on.
Not in Black Universe. Not
in the Black Universe. Apparently not.
It doesn't. It stays very still. You don't want to grudges like pros
for 20 years. Let this go 20 years. I won't do it again. Like, come on.
What else?
I feel like dude should have been married and maybe he was married and divorced. We don't know. We don't get too much. He's like a one note character.
You don't get a lot of his background. one of the things that bothered me the most throughout this film, and you can attest to this, Corn, one of the family members has a drug issue, and he manages to take said pills without drinking water. This is a very nitpick of mine. I just don't.
In his defense, in his defense, I've done that before.
You've done it multiple times?
I've taken pills without drinking anything.
Okay, well, this person is clearly, they're hinting on he abuses painkillers recreationally. I don't care. Every scene, he just took those girls like a champ. Like a fucking champ. Are you that into your drug abuse you don't even need water anymore? To like wash them bad boys down? Like...
I don't know anything about painkillers or how they're addicted.
Oh, but you know about taking pills without water, so...
No, I mean, like, I've taken pills without water.
That's a wet-ass throat. I'm sorry. That's a moist-ass throat.
They just go down, and you, like, taste it for, like, 5 seconds, and then it goes away.
God.
Because you don't sit there and chew, you just swallow.
Your throat's a hot dog. Your throat can swallow a hot dog. But that was a nitpick of mine. What else? I actually really like the beginning of this film. It definitely sets its tone. It does a lot of exposition without saying anything. Like, I feel like a lot of movies, especially nowadays, we have this thing where we want to use narrators all the time. The beginning of this film is actually a montage.
You know what?
And I thought that was really clever. It wasn't overplayed. You get the gist of their love together. The wife, even though she is in this movie, she doesn't say anything because, spoiler alert, she passed away. I mean, they keep her presence very much alive, and I think they got that across perfectly for me.
Yeah, she does have like a presence, because she doesn't have any lines, but everybody's sort of like, all the characters are in a way reacting in their own way. They each person has like their own little thing, I think.
And I think that's true. I mean, I haven't lost my mother, God forbid, but whenever they mentioned her in this scene, you do feel somber. This movie can be a tearjerker if it gets you, because it is very, it takes itself seriously. It has some heart. Like, even though you may not agree with the son's choice to like flip out and like go on this drug rampage because the father may or may not sell the house, I think, but it gets you to the end where you're like, okay, he's right. I mean, he is the youngest son, although they don't hit that on the nail all the time. He is going to lose out on some things because his mother has passed away. And I think they tied it back in as a kind of like plot ex machina, but I don't know, it makes me feel okay. I can accept the fact that he's upset, and it kind of justifies the drug abuse a little bit for me. I do think the drug abuse is a cop-out. Yeah. But at the end... Because
like, he's just taking... Like, there's really no reason he's taking these pills. Like,
but I think the reason is because he's upset about his mom.
No. What I'm saying is, like, when you first get introduced to this character, you see his coach is like, yeah, guess what? You know, you're back on the field or whatever. You don't have to take those pills, I guess, because he was injured or whatever. It was like, yeah, all right, cool, coach. I'm going to be out there and I'm going to do great. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. And then, like, you know, he takes the bottle of pills out of his shoe and he, like, slips them in his bag. Like, there's really no reason. He just does it like, pills? I'm gonna put those in my bag. But there's no reason. There's no reason.
But I feel like that's where the director wants the audience to be smart enough to be like, okay, those are the pills he's been taking while he's been injured. We don't know. Okay, we don't know how long he's been injured. I'll give the movie that. We don't know. They kind of gloss over that. But if you've been taking, when I broke my ankle, I had to take ibuprofen the whole time.
Yeah. But so did you continue to take? Well,
I don't like taking pills. But then again, ibuprofen I don't think is the best drug. Like, for someone, okay, I've taken Adderall before. I can't sit here and fraud. If I could take Adderall every day, I probably would. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. But I can't, because I can't afford it and I'm not prescribed it. But I think the director thought, okay, if you've ever been injured and taken medicine before, you've been on it for a long time, depending on your injury, they'll stop you when you're healed. he's clearly probably been hurt for a while, so he's addicted to taking the pain medicine, and that's why he can't stop, because he's addicted to taking the pain medicine. Maybe the director is clever enough to tie it up into the hurt of losing his mother.
I'm thinking about it because now I'm thinking about it, like we really just get a lot of stuff at face value with this movie. It's one of those like it's sort of just,
it's very showing but not telling.
Yeah, like you're just watching as stuff unfolds. You don't really get too much context because again, there's a lot of characters and like a lot of people have like I guess their own backstories and shit and. Yeah, it's one of those where there's a lot of characters. Everyone needs their equal amount of screen time because, you know, there's a bunch of big stars here. I guess. Big stars.
I would say that's probably one of the cons or consequences with an ensemble cast is that you have so many subplots that a lot of it does fall to the wayside. Like, I agree. There's a lot of showing in this movie. But not a lot of telling, not a lot of backstory.
And I like, this is just me, when you show me something, I like to be told, like, why. Like, I want to know, when that dude put the pills in his bag, I want to know why he's putting that in his bag. Like, what's motivating this character to be addicted to this or to continue to take this drug even when he doesn't have to. So that's why I'm like,
true.
That's why I'm like, it's just kind of does it, and I'm like, it's kind of stupid because I'm like, I did that shit when I was a kid. I would do shit like that when I was a kid. I would just do stuff even though I knew it was wrong or whatever. Like he knew he's not supposed to be taking that. I'm sure he's I'm sure he's heard stories about whatever drug he's taking, how addictive it can be.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, I'm just gonna do it because for shits and giggles.
True. I can see why you could see that.
So yeah. Go ahead.
On the other note, I do totally believe that drug abuse is a mental illness, so I'm going to say that for my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So I can only agree with you halfway. I agree that the movie should have told more as into why, because I can see why you're like, well, why is he doing it? Because it leaves a lot of assumption, like, you know, but for those who suffer from, like, drug abuse, I want you to know that I believe it's a mental illness. That's what I'm going to say. And that it should be treated as such and not as, like, a crime. But, one of the things about this movie... there's an affair in this movie that gets dealt with... Like, you know that we don't even know what happens to the girl at the end? Like...
She just kind of, like, disappears.
Even the husband disappears.
Well, they never really... Because they never really, like...
They never close that story up.
They never really close it up. It just kind of happens and, like...
Oh, then the brother's hurt. So it's like, oh, we gotta go to the hospital.
Yeah, because that
little shit like that. Yeah.
That I think that reminded me of like Soul Food or something. Soul Food, like that's pretty. I feel like that was where this sort of not really started, but that was like a milestone with movies like this, like Soul Food, because that was definitely like a movie like that where you had like all of these characters and like. It was the center was the grandmom. That was our mom, who was like she was
like the main monarch of the family, matriarch.
Yeah, and like all of the characters sort of centered around, and you have all of these characters who have like their own little backstory, and they're coming together, and you're sort of like getting like at face value what their general story is.
Yeah, I get
like,
that.
Hey, this is daughter number 1. You know, she's like successful, but she has no like. Personal life, she's unmarried. This is daughter number 2. She's like successful, married, but like her husband's a dick. This is son number 3. You know, he's young and he talks shit and he doesn't know how to act. Like you get like all of these characters and you feel like these are like I've seen that character from that one movie and like hey I saw that one character from that one movie too.
Yeah.
And you like I feel like it's like one of those where you like bring in like all diverse you bring in like diverse characters and I guess diverse audiences I guess.
Yeah.
To come and it culminates into this one big thing that is called
ensemble.
This is Christmas.
That definitely did get some soul food vibes. Danny Glover's in this movie. And God has he aged. Oh man. And black doesn't crack, but
That was
goodness,
funny.
Danny.
Oh.
Danny is not color purple Danny anymore. He's like, this is Christmas Danny. This is Christmas Danny color.
That's funny.
It's very funny and yet kind of awkward to watch him in a frame and try to stand. I think it's hilarious.
There's one part where he's like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Danny was like not funny. I like never laughed at Danny.
No, he was supposed to be pull on your emotional heartstrings. That's what he was supposed to do. He wasn't meant to be funny. Wait, was it? I feel like there was. No, it was everybody else that was.
What else did I not? What was I actually liked some of the jokes. I thought some of the jokes were funny. One of the YouTubers that I watched, Cinema Snob, I'm a huge fan of him. He saw this movie and he said it was kind of like sitcom-y, like Full House. I didn't feel that way. What's the guy's name?
I can see that. It's sort of like
we're waiting for a laugh with Jay Smooth. Is that his name?
Who?
The comedian guy that's in this. With his stuff, it felt very like that.
Which one was that?
That's the guy that's having the affair.
Oh, that's his name?
His name is like Jay something. JB.
Lonnie.
Well, that's in the movie.
That's his character in the movie.
In the movie, his name is Lonnie, but his comedian name was like JB something. I forgot, but his stuff felt very scripted in time. Like, I said something funny, laugh here. Monique's seemed a little bit more realistic for the character she usually plays, so that to me fit her. But his stuff did feel very scripted.
I'm trying to remember what any funny lines you said, cause
none. Oh, yeah,
cause I mean, I'm trying to remember any of the funny lines. Maybe it's just cause I'm not too drunk or something, but cause I just remember laughing at Monique cause I love you.
You're a huge fan, apparently.
I mean, I like her. I mean, I grew up. I used to watch the Parkers.
Everyone did.
Everyone did.
You're freaking I used to watch I'm corny.
Yeah.
I used to watch the Parkers, but everyone else is watching Moesha.
I'm just saying. It was nice because I haven't seen her. I think the last movie I saw her in was Precious.
Yeah, apparently she was exile. Hollywood blackballed.
Yeah.
Something with the Oscars. I think she didn't give thanks or pay tribute, and they blackballed her.
We didn't pay tribute to.
Oh come on, the Oscars are. Even though I watch the Oscars every year. It's very political, and we all got to pay some money to the Oscars. Some rumors went around that she wasn't about that. No, fuck it, I earned this Oscar. I'm not about to kiss your ass. And they were like, oh, really? Have fun looking for a job. So this is the first thing, I think, yeah. So
what, Oscar winners are supposed to, pay something to the...
I think they're, supposed to kiss ass, and I don't think she was kissing ass. Yeah. But it's good to see her, because she really is a breath of fresh air. She is truly talented. Her work on Precious was really good, and I would like to see her kind of turns like a Viola Davis type that we have right now.
I feel like she would work well in, different types of movies, because it would be so different.
Yeah.
I don't know who she would play, but if she was in some sort of superhero movie somehow, I would be happy like that. I would be happy.
I just hope they don't typecast her.
Yeah, because
she can get typecasted easily. I feel like.
Yeah, definitely, because I feel like she would be, or hell, she probably fucking helped inspire the Medea character, if nothing else.
No, Medea was out before Precious, bro.
No, I'm not talking about. No, I'm talking about her, Monique.
Oh, yeah.
Her character, if anything, she helped inspire that Medea character. Just the way she talks and her comebacks and her sassiness. But that's, because I would hate to just see her typecast like that, where she can play more serious roles. Yeah. Okay.
So we're going to get on to would you recommend this and what grade would you give it? I think right now Rotten Tomatoes has this at a. I have to look. Please stand by. Jokes from Corn will be right up while I look for my phone.
I am not funny.
You're not, but come on.
I'll say right now, I know, because this is one of those type of movies not everybody's gonna like, of course, clearly, that's with every fucking movie. But I can definitely see, like, my family would probably like this. My friends, probably not. My black friends, they'll probably see this because, you know, some of their family members or something took them out to see it.
Should we talk about the audience, like who this was the same crowd I think you would get for a Medea movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to be I saw on my left was an Asian guy. And I saw some white people in the mix.
There was like a black couple next to me. I'm like, like I'm pretty sure this was like the girlfriend's choice.
You picked this.
Yeah.
You're a guy.
Yeah.
Sex is. I'm trying so hard to go on a rant.
Yeah, she really is. I mean,
I'm truly holding it the fuck back.
I mean,
he picked it. He just said it was the girl's choice.
Hey, we were going to go see something else. And I'm the type where, you know, if we don't see what I want and we're seeing a fucking movie. If we go to a movie. So
he picked to see this movie. He is a man. He made a